Hi guys, so welcome back to my channel, and today we're going to do a video all about TAR syndrome, and that is the disability that I was born with. It is genetic. It is a genetic autosomic recessive gene. TAR syndrome is short for thrombocytopenia absent radii syndrome. It means thrombocytopenia, so very low platelets, red cell count. So yours would normally be around 200,000, and on a good day mine is like 30,000. So and absent radii means absent, so missing radius bones in both arms. So yep, and then syndrome. So that's basically what it means. There are a few other things that happen along with that. So in regards to, like, you can have vision problems, you can have I was born with like the white part of your eye. It was born with a bluish tinge, so that can happen, as well as having a cow's milk allergy, which I also had, and as well as heart problems. So I had an ASD repaired. So that just means, so I had a hole in my heart that was repaired when I was 7. And yeah, so there are some of the things that can happen, as well as, most importantly, one of the most important things is you can have very bowed legs. So depending on your category, so there are 3 categories, A, B and C, and I have the C category, and that means that I am in a wheelchair with the shortest arm. So basically there's no arm, where some other people have like an arm down to the elbow, where someone's elbow would be, yeah, things like that. So that is basically like, you know, 3 categories. So I have C category. I have very bowed legs, which is why I am in a wheelchair full time. However, I did not used to be in a wheelchair full time. I was part time, but not full time until I was 11. So I'm not really gonna go too much into that, but basically I started walking when I was 3, and I stopped walking when I was 11 because the bones, like because like as you get older, even if like you're like, at that time I was quite underweight for my age, but because I was so sick all the time, so I really didn't have much of an appetite. But basically, because like I have no kneecap, that's another thing. So you guys have like the ball and the kneecap, but mine is like at an angle. So the ball is basically floating. I don't know, it's really hard to like explain, but like, yeah, the ball basically like floats, and so yeah, and there's no kneecap supporting it. It's just like at an angle like that. So that can be very difficult on the ankles and the knees to support your weight. So it has now been 12 years since I haven't walked. So but oh, that's right. Yeah, so back to TAR syndrome. People very often get it confused with thalidomide. Now, thalidomide was this thing that is where years ago, I'm not exactly sure what year, but years ago they would give a pregnant woman a pill, and it stopped them getting morning sickness. However, they discovered that there were hundreds and thousands of people getting birth defects, which were very similar to TAR syndrome, like the symptoms of TAR syndrome. However, it is not the same as TAR syndrome. I want to make that very, very, very clear. TAR syndrome is where you have TAR syndrome is where you have two like parents, two people that both have the same autosomic recessive gene. And for thalidomide, there was none of that. There was absolutely none of that. There was no genetic component whatsoever. And so when people ask me all the time and tell me that I am wrong, that I do not have TAR syndrome, I in fact have thalidomide, no, that is not the case at all. So you both have to have the same I find it so hard to say that word, autosomic recessive gene to pass down to your child. And when you do that, you have a 1 in 4 chance of doing that. So you are a carrier and you have a 1 in 4 chance of passing down the gene. So I have the gene, so I'm the firstborn out of like me and my brother, and he, I think is carrier, but I have the gene. So that means that, we're not going to get into this at all, but just to say, if I were to have children, they have a 50% chance of having TAR syndrome because I have the gene. So yeah, whereas normally is a 1 in 4. So that is, well, not normally, but if you carry the gene, only fewer than 1 in 100,000 people have TAR syndrome. They're born with it. So yeah, it is quite rare, but at the same time I'm kind of like, well, that's a lot. But it really isn't. I think it's about like someone once every 4 years or something they get it. I'm not too sure, but yeah, so it is genetic. It is not the same as thalidomide. Also, another thing that I get asked a lot is like, it must be so hard, and it's not really that hard. I mean, it kind of was when I was younger because I was really sick and I needed a lot of platelet transfusions and things like that. But as I've gotten older, there's a lot less hospital stays, there's a lot less operations. I never really had a lot of operations. I had one for my thumbs because they're a bit, I don't know if you can see that, yeah, they're a bit like different. So I had that done so I could like move my thumbs out. But like I didn't, and I had one leg operation to release a tendon and that didn't work. So that was failed. And my heart operation, which was complete like necessity. So I had that when I was 7. But they are the only operations that I've had. And of course, which is very common, I have had platelet transfusions. Yeah. So I had one every week from 4 months to 3 years. So 3 years old. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, it's getting easier. It's really, I mean, TAR syndrome as a thing really isn't that hard. My hair is ratchet hair. Yeah, it really isn't that hard to cope with. I have a lot more other things in my life that I have to deal with and cope with that have nothing to do with TAR syndrome. So really, TAR syndrome is quite easy. You do get stared at a lot, you do get laughed at a lot in the street by kids, but as I've gotten older, and the wanting of having kids in the future, I have a whole new view on it. I have a whole new way of dealing with it, and if you smile and you say hi to the kids, and they'll run away basically, or they'll say hi back. So if you just stare at them and say, what are you looking at, and go away, they actually stare more. So the fact that I want to change my attitude on it Like I wouldn't want my kids, you know, yeah, whatever, you know what I mean, being negative to other kids. I would want them to say hi, so that's why I'm trying to learn to say hi to kids too, and be a lot more friendlier. But anyway, we're not going to get into that topic of kids, but yeah. So basically that is just a summary of what TAR syndrome is. I do get asked questions a lot about it, and so I just wanted to clear up some of the misconceptions and just what TAR syndrome is. So yeah, hopefully I've covered all the bases roughly. Please feel free if you have, you know, any questions that you want answered. I will answer most questions. But yeah, so please don't forget to follow, like, subscribe, comment always, and subscribe if you're new, and yeah, leave a comment. Like, I know loads of people with TAR syndrome through Facebook, and other people from YouTube with other disabilities. So yeah, please feel free to comment, and yeah, okay, until next time guys, I'll see you later. Bye.